Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Ultra Squad right here. And today, this is a new what if that I am starting right here. As this what if is called What If Deku Was an Uchiha. Now, this is really a good what if. I did some, I was watching people's videos, and then Deku was an Uchiha, and after that, I was saying like, wow, this is good. I actually want to try it out for myself. So, guys, I'm not the one who actually started this. There's loads of people who just, doing different what if. So, yeah, this story is gonna have, it's completely gonna change everything. This time, Deku won't be a hero. He will be a villain right here. Cause mostly I'm going into heroes. Deku becoming a hero. It's just that you already know what's gonna happen. He's gonna save them all, and so yeah. So I'm gonna make him a villain. Cause Uchihas in Naruto, they're kind of like how should I say it? They're kind of a little bit evil right here. Like they actually have. Sasuke personality. So yeah, you know what it is? You guys don't want to hear me talk, you guys just want to hear the story. Now, we start off a story with this time Deku does have a quirk. Yes, Deku does have a quirk. And since he's Uchiha, he already has the Sharingan, so yeah, but he doesn't have it yet. But when he goes to the quirk doctor, when the quirk doctor checks out if Deku has a quirk, Deku actually, activated his Sharingan, which this time Deku has the level 1 of the Sharingan, the one Tomoe. Yeah, so yeah, Deku has that, and by accidentally, he actually put the doctor in a genjutsu. So yeah, jutsus and genjutsu, Deku are the only one who can, Deku is the only one who can use it. So yeah, back then he put the doctor in a genjutsu, and the torture the doctor went through as he until he snaps and Deku snaps back into reality. The doctor also came back to reality and saying like, what's this quirk? It's so villainous. Like the doctor is actually scared right now over how much this quirk can do. As the doctor finished doing some testing, he tells Inko that your son has a quirk, but it's a villainous quirk. As she asks, what do you mean by that? As the doctor explained that he can put people in, he can hypnotize people in, kind of like in a dangerous way. Like, I was testing it out and he actually, by accidentally put me in, kind of like a torture thing right there. So, yeah. And then, Inka was, actually surprised about this. Then after that, the doctor says, "Don't worry, he can still, he can control his quirk. It's just that make sure, he doesn't hurt anyone with it." Which Inko, does. She takes the doctor's advice and they go home. At this time, Deku is actually, happy about it. Like he's actually happy that he has a quirk, and Inko is actually, proud of him. Like she actually encouraged him to be a hero and so yeah on. As one day Bakugo was at the park bullying someone. Deku sees it and he tells Bakugo to stop. As Bakugo says, "What are you gonna do?" Bakugo kept on pushing Deku until Deku shows his Sharingan, the first level. So yeah. As wish Bakugo was actually, "Why do you have red eyes?" As he looks into Deku's eyes, and instantly Bakugo put in a genjutsu right there, which all his friends, so yeah, as they actually go to horrifying torture. I don't want to go into details because, oh man, I have one messed up mind, so yeah. After, Deku, stops the genjutsu, he actually, activated it by accident. So yeah, when they all snap back, they ask, "You have a villainous quirk," and they all started to run away. Now we fast forward all the way to middle school, and Deku's already being picked on for him having a villainous quirk. And this went on every single time. They bullied Deku. Deku couldn't really fight back. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys some of the Sharingan's abilities. When Deku uses his Sharingan, it increases his speed and his strength, and he can also, you can see people move in slow motion. So yeah, that's him moving and fast. So yeah, and also I'm gonna add in one abilities that the Sharingan can, do in this what if. The Sharingan can actually heal someone. Like not like limb, like someone's limb. It can actually heal someone, from scratches, burns, and so yeah on. So the Sharingan can actually do that. So yeah, that's one ability I'm gonna add, and that's it. And also, like I said, jutsus Deku, he will be able to use jutsus. Don't worry. He will be able to use jutsus, and so yeah on. As we okay, that's enough explaining of Deku's, quirk and the Sharingan. So yeah, so Deku's just bullied through his whole middle school. As Deku's, Bakugo did try to fight him, but Deku did so he can control the Genjutsu, but in a fight Deku can actually see Bakugo's every move, and since he's actually moving slow, like he said, like well, whatever due some time over near the end of middle school, Deku actually unlocked the three Tomoe Sharingan, and this time Deku can he has trouble maintaining it. He can hold the three Tomoe Sharingan for about at least 30 minutes, and then if he goes beyond that, his eye starts to bleed. So yeah, and Deku hasn't mastered it yet, as Deku does know some jutsus, like yeah, like if you're wondering how the Deku know some jutsus, like since he's a Uchiha and the past Uchiha, died, and so Deku is basically the reincarnation of the Uchihas. Like he doesn't have all the abilities or like over it, so yeah, he could use like a few of them because he's still small as he, hand signs pops into Deku's head, and Deku easily does the hand signs, and he does this in secret. He doesn't, show it to anyone else. It's when Deku's training by himself. As the hand sign comes up into Deku's head, Deku does wondering what is this, and he just tries it out. And he just shouts out fireball jutsu, and a blaze of fire came rushing out of Deku's mouth, and he's like, what? How? And like Deku's confused, and more jutsus, Hansai kept on popping up in Deku's head. Over some time, Deku did learn, all them jutsus. Like he already remembers them, the fire style, wind style, and so yeah on. Like the Uchihas right here, they have how should I say it? They have a used like no, they're actually used to fire jutsus as the Uchiha can use many different other jutsus. So cause why not? Yeah. So Deku can actually use lightning style, um, water style, and one sec. No, one sec. It's actually fire, lightning, water, and wind. So them four. As I'm not gonna go into Earthstar cause I rarely see any Uchiha doing that. So yeah, those are the four elements that Deku can use. Chakra natures, if I can say so myself. So we go back to Deku's life. Deku it still gets bullied. Deku doesn't have friends, and this time Deku's more dark. He's more depressed now, and so yeah on, and he's actually kind of like people actually fear him. So yeah, sure they still call him name, and Bakugo still calls him Deku, and yeah, so on. As we fast forward all the way to the end of middle school. The teachers, asked, what do you guys want to become when you leave? And he just laughs off and then throws the paper up inside the air and says, of course you all want to be heroes. As, everybody starts, using their quirks, celebrating, and so yeah, on. And the teacher says, we also have one person who's actually, representing the school on him trying to get into UA, which is, Bakugo himself, and people start cheering him on. And the teacher says, oh, we also have another one, Izuku Midori, and everybody just looks at him as Deku's, is in, he buries his face into his desk. His arms is surrounding him. So yeah, Deku's just tired, and people just laughing at him. As Bakugo says, right, you'll never get in with a villainous quirk like that. Huh. you should just give up right now. Everybody just laughs. The teachers right here doesn't really care, because they just know that Deku will never get into UA with a quirk like that. And Deku quirk, um, I'm gonna like leave it at the Sharingan right there. I'm gonna leave Deku's quirk the Sharingan. So yeah, that's the name of his quirk. So yeah, original still popping. Bakugo takes Deku's notebook, cause Deku is still like a hero except nerd right there. So yeah, he still looks up to All Might and all the other heroes. As Bakugo burns his notebook, throws out the window, and then walks out with his goons. And Deku just takes the notebook, and he's actually like, he says, "Okay, I don't really care." As he's just walking, he takes the same route original from the anime, and the slug villains attacked. But this time, Deku, he's far stronger now. As he actually this time Deku was actually took him off guard. Seeing the slug villain, took a grasp of. This time he actually took a grasp, not his head first, but his arms. As Deku couldn't, use his arms. As the slug villain was actually surrounding his body right now, and about to kill him until All Might appears and shall have no fear, for I am here. And this takes Deku out of the slug villain, and then pushes and punches the slug villain into a wall, causing him to splat out all over the place. As Deku gasps for air, he's actually disappointed that he let his guard down. Sure, he's strong, but Deku's let his guard down. As Deku sees All Might, he starts fanboying over him. "Oh, All Might, I'm actually your biggest fan, and so yeah on. Can you please sign my notebook?" Original Deku, tries to find his notebook. All Might just gives him his notebook. I says I already signed it. And Deku, says, this time Deku, All Might just fly away, because, he still has more time. As Deku stops All Might before he goes, and says, "Can I still be a hero with a villainous quirk?" And then All Might is actually a little bit confused. "What quirk do you even have?" As Deku shows All Might, and All Might can see the Sharingan with three Tomoes, and it's completely red. Deku by accidentally put All Might in a Genjutsu, and about seemed to be 2 hours. It was only about 2 minutes in the reality world, which All Might just snapped back into reality, also causing Deku, to stop his Genjutsu. As All Might is actually he's actually afraid on what this kid quirk can do. He with a quirk like that, he can easily hurt someone and so yeah on. And he All Might tells Deku that with a quirk like that, I don't think you can become a hero. And then Deku's just completely crushed. His idol just said he can't even become a hero. One sec, guys. One sec. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. As where I did leave off was when Deku was crushed about, he was crushed on what All Might said, that he couldn't, be a hero and so yeah on. As with that, All Might just left, leaving Deku there, just saddening that he can't become a hero. As this time, All Might but accidentally dropped the Silk Villain. As the Silk Villain lands where Bakugo and his goons are, and he starts wreaking havoc and takes Bakugo's body. As Deku's just walking along, he hears noises and explosions going on not so far away from him. As he goes to check it out, as he sees pro heroes there just standing there, and he sees a villain, and he sees Bakugo in the Slug Villain. As Deku's wondering why aren't they doing anything. As the one person told him that the Slug Villain is holding a boy captured, and if they do anything, the boy would die, and so yeah on. As Deku seeing this, he actually thought of heroes as cowards. You are supposed to risk your life for someone, even if they're in no sorry, even if they are in trouble themselves. That shows the heroic and so yeah on. As Deku could have stand seeing this, issue right here, that could just completely original from the anime, charges straight at, you know, the Slug villain was actually, sees this boy from, it was this boy from last time, and he just said, "What are you gonna do?" Deku showed, release his Sharingan and putting him in a genjutsu. Only the Slug villain. So yeah, as the Slug villain cried out in agony, and you can hear, and people can hear him crying out as he is explaining the torture. Please don't do this to me. As he's just screaming in pain. He's just being burnt alive in this genjutsu right here. As Hero comes, rushes at him, captured by, no, he captured the Slug villain, and they say Bakugo, which everybody cheers right there. Deku original, he gets scolded for, risking his life right there, and then Deku's like in complete rage. You're lecturing me right here after I just did your job. What kind of heroes are you? If I didn't even rush in there, he would have just died, and then you would have guys just watch. And Deku just walks off as he sees Bakugo right there. Bakugo walks up to Deku and says, "I don't need your help. I actually, I can handle myself." As he babbles on that he could have done something. So yeah, as Deku didn't really care at this point, and he just annoys Bakugo, which pisses Bakugo off, which Deku's just annoying him. As Deku's just walking home, and this time All Might this time All Might was actually watching this. He was about to go into a buff form, but the heroes was actually acting fast. Like they acted fast in this one. So yeah, as All Might was taken off guard and hearing the pain that this Slug villain was going through. So he didn't have time to go to his buff form, as he was trying to look for Izuku Midoriya on apologizing to him, and so yeah on. He couldn't find him, as he would think of giving him one for all. Oh sorry, one sec. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, one for all, sorry. As original, Deku's like he's far away. He's already at home. As Deku at this time, he's just depressed. He goes to his room, and he just looks at his All Might action figures, and so yeah, and a few other heroes and posters, and he just takes that whole thing down. Deku just Deku just has enough. Deku just snaps. As this time, right, Inko is actually not doing her eating stress thing or stress eating. So yeah, as she's not that chubby. I don't want to say fat because that's a mean word to say. As she's not chubby, so yeah. As she's actually slim and better yet, she's a good looking mom. As this time, right, she actually comforts Deku at this time. As Deku says to his mom that he's given up on being a hero, that he will try something else. As Deku has he lost faithful heroes, and so yeah, like over the time, All Might just gave up looking for Deku because seeing like a quirk that he has could do massive damage. So yeah, he just gave up on Deku, and so yeah, he just went to continue looking for a new successor for one for all. His first job with Mirio, but he just decided to keep looking. Over the time, the 10 months that Deku was supposed to be training for UA, Deku doesn't train for UA, as he decided to get himself a job, which he actually does. It's a part-time job, which Deku is, he doesn't like it because the people in his workplace are actually, complete how should I say it, scums. Yeah, they're complete scums. As they treat Deku badly. They call him, they already know what Deku's quirk is, like is a villainous quirk. So yeah, they treat him like trash. They pick on him. They actually sabotage his work and his his break and so yeah on. So Deku is just completely living in his middle school life again. So yeah, But Deku doesn't care unless he's actually getting paid. And during these times, Deku decided that he could be, some kind of, support hero or support uh a support maiden or whatever you want to call it. Deku just gave up being a hero, so yeah. That over some time, Deku is actually like he comes back from work and he actually takes this route, which is it's not a dangerous route, but it's still a little bit sketchy as he walks on this path and at the no, it's kind of like a hill right here. Like it's a hill at top and at the bottom is just near a lake. So yeah, as Deku is just walking home, he sees this girl always there, just looking at the water, as she has blonde hair and big, she has like big eyes. No, no, kind of like a small eyes. So yeah, she also has a big smile, which is Toga. So yeah, as Toga sees it, like sees him, like he comes here a lot, and he comes to this room a lot. As Deku sees her a lot around here, and he doesn't pay much attention to it. But one day when Deku was, coming back from work, the same old he gets picked on as he took this same route again. And this time he Deku actually bumped into someone right there. As he says, "Oh, sorry, my bad," as he tries to walk away. But the person that Deku bumped into was actually, not letting that happen. As he grabs Deku and he pulls him by his shirt and says, "Kid, what did you do to me?" As as Deku says, "Well, I just apologized to you by bumping into you." As the guy said, "Yeah, I know, but that's not the way to show proper respect." As he said that you should go on your knees and beg. Deku saying, "Is that really necessary?" As the guy just completely punches Deku inside the go, making Deku go on the floor right there. As like this person right here, he has his goons with him as they start beating on Deku. Deku says he has enough and releases his sharingan right there. Deku doesn't like to use the sharingan because he thinks at it as a curse. So yeah, as Deku releases his Sharingan and they're completely instantly put in a genjutsu, screaming in torture right there. As Deku's doing this, he's actually laughing about this. As he keeps on like Deku's there more than 30 minutes and so on. As Deku's eyes start to bleed, but he doesn't care. Like since Deku already was broken, he just snaps and he's just listening to them go into torture right there, complete torture. Toga sees this and she's actually getting a little bit curious about this boy. As Deku stops right there. He stops the Genjutsu, and all of them passes out of the complete torture they went through. As Deku was about to walk away, Toga comes here and stops him. And he says, "Hey, you." Deku looks behind him and he sees a girl run up to him. As Deku says, "Are you with them?" Toga just puts her hands up in a defensive way and said, "No, no, 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 I'm not with them." As, as Deku says, "Oh, okay, we'll see ya." As, Toga told him to wait. Deku just stopped right there and he says, "What?" And Toga says, "Can I look at your eyes?" Deku says, "Why do you want to look at my eyes?" As Toga says to Deku that he actually looks cool. And, you know, Deku says, "Well, my eyes are not cool, they're villainous." As Deku shows her the Sharingan right there. And Toga starts blushing and also smiling. See, like the color red right there, kind of look like blood right there. And also blood coming down Deku's eyes. She actually gets, attracted to Deku. Because original from the anime, when Toka saw Deku, she was already attracted to Deku. So right now, she will still do the same thing to Deku. So she's hooked on to Deku. And yeah. And Toka is completely, amazed by this, like the color red and so yeah on. And Deku, calls her out, trying to make her snap back into reality, which she does. She says that's a cool quirk. What does it do? As Deku's saying that I don't really want to go into details. As as Deku tries to walk off, as Deku gets home and his mom is not there. As he tries to call her and she's not picking up her phone. So Deku just says to himself that she's probably doing something with her friends. So yeah, as Deku gets a call on his no the yeah sorry that Deku gets a call on his phone, which Deku sees is an unknown number, and he actually picks it up. He says hello, as the person is actually a policeman, and he tells Deku that his mom was actually in an accident right there. As Deku saying, really, what happened? Like he was actually scared. As the police, the person on the phone, the policeman, tells Deku that she was, hit by, with a hero's quirk, as she actually hit the ground pretty hard and she's now in hospital. As the policeman tells Deku the location, Deku quickly ended the call and just rushes towards over there, towards the hospital. It took about like two, no, not even two, like at least 15 minutes for Deku just to get there because his Sharingan increases his speed. So yeah, he was using the Sharingan to get there quickly. When Deku reached there, he quickly barged in the door and he went up to the counter and asked, "Where is my mother?" The lady right there asks, "Who is your mother?" As Deku says, "Inko Midoriya." As the lady at the counter says, "Oh yeah, she's in room 300 no sorry 324 so yeah." Deku says thank you and rushes towards there. When Deku gets there, he's met by a doctor at the door. As Deku says, "Are you the doctor?" And he says, "Yes." "Are you Zuko Midoriya?" And Deku, shakes his head. The doctor looks at Deku and he says, "I have bad news and good news." As Deku says, "No," he says, "What's the bad news?" As the doctor says that your mother is in a coma, that we don't know when she's gonna, wake up. As Deku's just, you know, right there, he doesn't, his head just falls down into the ground, and he's just covered by his shadow. And he says, "Really?" As the doctor says, there is good news. As Deku says, what is it? Now, the good news that the hero that hits Yamato with his quirk right there it didn't leave any that much damage. So yeah, she will probably make it out of it alive, and out of it alive, so she won't die. As Deku just is not happy right there, but he's actually sad that his mom is actually in a coma right there, which Deku spends about like 5 minutes in the hospital until he went because it was closing hours. So yeah, Deku went home. He just lied on his bed right there, and he was just thinking to himself that heroes these days are corrupted. That he actually wishes for someone to change it. And we fast forward all the way to the next day as Deku comes back from work and he's also greeted by Toga herself. As Deku says, "You're that girl from from yesterday." Toga says, "Yeah, my name is Toga." So yeah, as Deku says, "So yeah, you told me that already." As Deku was trying to walk off, as Toga says right there that, "Do you want to join, my group?" As Deku says, "What group are you talking about?" As this time, right, Deku doesn't really care about heroes. Like, he doesn't care what side he's on, so yeah, he just want to live his life. As, Toga, says that she is part of a villains group, that they will be happy, to let you in. As Sakurai, he doesn't care at this point. He doesn't care if he's on the side of heroes or villains. So yeah, but he still despises villains. So which Deku says, "I don't really care. So take me to this place then." Then Toko just squeals in enjoyment, and grabs Deku and takes her to their hideout. When Toka gets there, when they get there, she completely kicks down the door, surprising everyone there. Shigaraki and over. Well, I can't say no, not Overhaul's not there. Sorry, All for One and Kurogiri and so yeah on, as they're all wondering why did and know why is Toga kicking down the door and why she's happy. Toga walks in and shouts out, "We! I got a new recruit for our group." As she shows them to Deku. Toga shows Deku to them, as they're all like, "So that boy happy." As Toga says that his quirk. No, sorry, she Toga says that his quirk is actually amazing, that it can do so much. All for One says, is actually intrigued, and he says, "What is your quirk?" Deku says, "My quirk is a sharingan," and Deku, shows him the sharingan as he put them all inside a genjutsu. Now, let me tell you guys something. Deku can actually put, whatever genjutsu they actually like to them. So yeah, if Deku could, destroy the planet, he could put them in a genjutsu or making him destroy the planet, and so yeah, on. This time Deku actually puts them all in a genjutsu of them, defeating All Might and so yeah on. As all of them are completely, astonished and right there. As Deku, stops the genjutsu and all of them, come back into reality. And he, like, often one says, "Kid, you have an amazing quirk. I'd love for you to join us." As Deku says, "Yeah, alright, sorry." As Deku says, "Oh, really? Then I'm grateful for that." He shakes one for all's hand, and they seal the deal. So right now, Deku is a villain. Over the time, Deku has been training on how to use his Sharingan, and so yeah on. But during his fifth month of training, Deku actually um uses his Mongetsu Sharingan. Like he activated it by accident. So yeah, he didn't know how he did it. So yeah, as Deku unlocks his Mongetsu Sharingan, he's just overwhelmed with power right there. As some hand seals came into Deku's mind, and also some words. As Deku's actually, saying like, "What is this?" and he just tries it out. As Deku, says, "Amaterasu," black flame just appears right there and just burns one chair right there, and it keeps on burning and burning. And everybody was surprised to see that this kid has black flames, and so yeah on. As during these months, Deku has been, learning to control his newfound eye. Deku has already mastered his Sharingan, and so yeah. But this time, Deku can, use his Mangetsu Sharingan. As Deku, over the time, like I said, he's been training and he gained new abilities. Deku can now warp and phase through things, as all of them are actually surprised to see what Deku's quirk can actually do. It's basically one quirk with, powered up with a bunch of, others. Kind of like one for all quirk. Like, he gains, like, it's basically he can use every ability. But Deku is just one quirk, as he can use different abilities right there. As Deku right now, he can phase through stuff. He can, summon black flames. He can use the Susanoo not at its fullest, but he can summon the arms and the bones surrounding his body. So yeah, so his imperfect Susanoo. And Deku can actually learn some jutsus. Like Deku learns the Shadow Clone Jutsu and the Flying Raijin and a few others, and water style, dragon style, and lightning style, the Shidori. And should I give him the Rasengan? No, I'm not gonna give him the Rasengan because Uchiha don't I doubt they even use the Rasengan. So yeah, the Rasengan is a good jutsu, attack jutsu, whatever. But I don't see Deku using it. So yeah. I can't see Deku using it, but I can see him using the Shidori. So yeah, as when Deku was just relaxing, he was with Toga right there. As Deku actually has, he has a liking to Toga right there. Like he could feel something happening. As Toga and likes Deku. So yeah, uh, Kurogiri, it does offer Deku, a smoother right there. Deku just, says things and he just starts drinking until All For One called Deku. As Deku, goes to All For One, as All For One tells him that he'll be going to UA to be a spy and, spy on the other heroes and their every move. As Deku says, why do I have to go to UA? As All For One says, that Quirk is actually perfect for this, as they won't suspect a thing. As Deku just agrees with it and he just rolls. As he tells them, the whole group that he's gonna be a spy for UA that he will be attending. Toki gets saddened by this, but she thinks that this is also a good idea because they can get information about the hero. So yeah, which the 10 months pass away and Deku is about to take the exam. When Deku gets there, he's not like Deku's not nervous. He knows he's gonna ace it. Like Deku still have that goofy side on him writing inside his books and so yeah on. Like he's still like he has a fan he likes quirks. So he starts writing people's quirks inside his journal. So yeah, as when Deku gets there, as he takes the exam, like he sees Bakugo sees him, and he just shrugs it off. Like he says, he's definitely not gonna get in. As which Deku passes the exam, and also correcting some spelling mistake that Nezu personally made this, which he instantly got full marks, and also points for corrections. As we move on to the robot testing, the Smash on robots, as President Mike is explaining the the number one pointer, the 2 pointer, the 3 pointer, and then after that Ida comes and intersects and saying that, sir, I simply I'm very disappointed that to see that there's only you know 4 robots right here, but the other one is just with the remark. I'm completely disappointed if this is UA's mistakes right there. So yeah, kind of like what Ida said, but he completely sorry that Ida completely said it in a different way than I did. So yeah, as Bakugo tells him to shut up and to let him finish. Ida, sits down. At present, Mike explains the 0 pointer that if you see it, then you should just run away. That was nothing, so yeah. And this time, Deku doesn't trip because Deku's not that careless. Like he's just kind of like Sasuke, but he still has his Deku size of quirks to write inside his notebook. So yeah. So he doesn't meet Uraraka, and he just, Deku just sits, he just by himself. As President Mike, everybody is already, getting themselves ready. As President Mike says, 3, 2, 1, as the door just open and Deku just rushes towards the light. As everybody's saying that he didn't say go, as President Mike says, villains don't wait for heroes, as they all started to run. At the time, he already uses his get his sharingan right there. Sorry, after his teachers right there, they're at the surveillance room. They're actually looking at this as Deku's just taking out other robots to robots. Deku's just using his strength alone. Deku's not using any jutsus as he's just and Deku just taking out robots. He's taking out the 2 pointers. He's taking out mostly of the 3 pointer, and the teachers are just impressed. As All Might sees this kid, he's like that's the kid from before, like that from that day. He's actually surprised to see that Deku has this skill. Like he's using these different types of skills, and Deku's getting a little bit bored right there. So he starts he wants to spice it up. Deku did some hand climbs up there. He says Shadow Clone Jutsus, and about five clones of Deku disappeared, and they start, wreaking havoc on robots. As everybody was saying, like, what's this guy's quirk? Like, does he have super strength, super speed, or and like they're they're saying like, does he have three quirks? As every like Cheetah right there saying like he just cloned himself. What kind of quirk does he have? As they're all intrigued on what he can do. As Deku just completely destroying robots. As Deku says that would probably be enough. Right now, Deku has the total of about like 257, no, 250 points right there. As like he says like, that's probably enough for me. That no one like he actually gets the highest in UA right there. As no one could even compare to Deku. As Deku was about just to walk away. He hears some rumbling right there. As everybody can see is the zero pointer. As Deku says, oh, this is gonna be fun. Before he can charge it at the zero pointer, he sees a girl screaming out for help. That she's trapped underneath some rubble and the robot is about to, crush her. So yeah. As Deku's saying, right, should I help her or should I not? I'm saying this. Deku hates heroes, but he's actually planning to change the hero's ways. So Deku doesn't care if he saves Roraka or not. But at that time he actually does. When Deku just goes, he just uses, he just pulls Uraraka out of the rubble. As Uraraka's leg is actually in pain, Deku rushing to nearby safety, puts Uraraka down, and he tells her to stay put, that he'll be back. Which they do. Everybody's just running as they see one, Deku rushing towards the zero pointer. As everybody everybody is telling him to go the other way. As you know, everybody else just like they're just thinking that this kid is crazy. And Deku is saying that you guys are training to be heroes, so you can't run away from anything. As Deku did some hand signs and he says, fireball jutsu, and a massive big flames of fire just came out. And this flames, like, it's actually really hot. So Deku actually perfected the fireball jutsu, so he can actually use it at its fullest power. So yeah, it's really hot. As everybody can feel the heat as the Deku uses his fireball and completely exploding the robot right there, causing it to melt also. As people are like looking at him and saying, "What's this guy's quirk?" He just took out a zero, like that massive zero pointer, and Deku's right there, like he's dusting himself off, and he just walks away. As recovery girl comes, heals Oraka and the rest people, and the teachers right there are completely in awe and saying that what is this guy's quirk? And Deku instantly gets accepted into UA. Like they'll obviously accepted Deku into UA. Wish Deku knew he was gonna get into UA either way. So yeah, so Deku's already Deku already has himself an apartment right there. No wait, sorry, not his apartment. Like Deku's already living at his own house. As he stays there. He still's waiting for his mother to come out of her coma. Sorry, as Deku's right there. He's just chillaxing. And also, I forgot to tell you, Deku can actually use the Komori to teleport himself to the hideout. So he doesn't need to go and he doesn't need to sneak around just to get there. So yeah, he can just teleport there. So yeah, in an instant. And Deku's just at home. He's just lying on his bed. As I'm gonna say about 2 days pass, and Deku gets a pulse. Deku hears the pulse, and he checks it out, and it's from UA. Deku, he sees this, and he comrades himself all the way to the hideout. Which everybody's there. He's there just chillaxing, thinking of the next move, what they should do. When Deku just comrades himself, in just the middle of the place, they're actually surprised to see Deku. As they ask Deku, "What are you doing here?" As Deku just shows the letter from UA, as everybody I just hyped. Did he get in? Did he get in? And also Toga right there. As all for one disappears, he tells them to calm down. Let's see if he actually did get in. Which Deku, rips the letter, and he sees a hologram from All Might, which surprising everyone, including One for All. Which he's actually, seeing All Might just put him in rage. But he learned to control himself, so yeah. Which All started to talk, saying that his skills was brilliant in that exam, and that he actually got first place and the highest score in UA. That he actually introduced, and he says that Deku actually got into UA, and he will be, in class 1A, and so yeah, on. Which everybody celebrates for Deku. Toka is more happy for Deku, as she hugs him. Deku blush a little, and so yeah, on. As All Might just tells them to, no, sorry, not All Might, jeez. All for One tells them to calm themselves down, saying that we have to stop planning our next move. Since Deku's in UA, he can get all the information, and so yeah, on. And Deku says, yes, I can. And guys, I think I will leave it right here. I was planning to make this a little bit more longer, but I have things to do, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you guys want to see more of this, you guys know what to do. Smash the subscribe button and also like this video. Let's get this video up to at least I'm gonna make it 70 likes if you guys want to see the next part. That I will be posting part 2 later. And also guys, my Naruto what if, that thing right there, you guys are actually really enjoying that one, as I tried to make it long enough. Then when the what if is over, I'll make a new Naruto what if, as I already have the script written down for the new Naruto what if and what if. So yeah, I'm just being prepared. So with that, I'll see you guys later, and yeah, bye.